Greetings and welcome to the August 2025 John Twolfe shareholder meeting. Please come on in, single file only. Thank you very much, and remember to sign the sign-in sheet. I also hope that you brought your snack of choice and or caffeine. I'm going with Uptime Energy Sweet Melon, which I had to read because this is only my second time ever having this and I wasn't sure. Not sponsored after that. Wonderful review. So, everyone, welcome and thank you for attending this month's shareholder meeting. You may notice, and I did get some preemptive feedback that this month's shareholder meeting is a little late. If this is your first meeting, we normally hold these on the first day of every month. We go over the last month's array of videos, and we look forward to the next month's videos and see what we have planned. So it's just my way as president of John Wolfe Enterprises of keeping you shareholders updated on your ROI. That's a business acronym for return on investment. But I don't need to tell you that. You're shareholders. You know all the business acronyms out there. So before we get into it, this one's a little late. I have been very, very busy behind the scenes because now, as it turns out, I'm not the only employee here at John Wolfe Enterprises. We now have two people actually alternating editing on the videos, and this is because I had a editor search over the last few weeks, not only for help on this channel, but also for the main channel. Now, you may be wondering, what editing even takes place? Well, there's a lot of audio balancing that goes into it. There's, a couple cuts for mid-roll ads. There's a fade in at the beginning, and then that's mostly it. There might be a little gamma correction here and there. Mostly stuff that you won't notice if you're just watching, but it's designed that way. And the thing is that I needed editing help on this channel because we upload every day, and if I'm in charge of editing, I've found that I will sit there and I will tinker with it and make it take way longer than it's supposed to. I will also do things like fuse 3 separately recorded videos of Expedition 33 into one 9-hour video, and I'll think, this is fine. This is what should happen. And so I just decided it's the best use of my time to collaborate with other people on the back end for this channel. So one of the editors is Max, who many of you are very familiar with. I did the Wheel of Misfortune with Max. We did The Forest together, and we actually have an upcoming series on John Twolfe. We're going to be playing Sons of the Forest. I don't have an exact timeline for you on that, but we're also in talks about bringing back the Wheel of Misfortune show as maybe a weekly thing. We'll think about it. We'll get back to you. Probably you'll hear more about that on the next shareholder meeting in September. But Max and I have worked together for a long time. He has his own channel, Mind Pulp, with his friend Curry, where they play how do I put this? Like bad PS2 era licensed games. Is really their specialty. They play other stuff too, but it's kind of a Game Grumps style thing where one of them plays and they both commentate. So it's very fun. A lot of you are familiar with Max. I played Among Us with him. We've been friends for a long time, but he is also helping out editing on the channel. When I say helping out, he is being paid. It's not free. It's not like, well, we're friends, right? So there's a 10-hour Expedition 33 sesh up in Google Drive. It's not like that. And another person who's helping out on the channel is Jacob Forster, who has been doing YouTube for a long time. Jacob and I have met in person a few times as well at VidCon and TwitchCon. And he specializes in puzzle games, some cozy games here and there, and also has a background in horror games. So he has an extensive gaming background, and he's also helping with some of the videos on this channel. In fact, you'll see the first one that was edited by him in a couple of days. So that's just a little highlight of who other than me is going to be working on stuff on this channel. Again, the goal is for you to not notice any change from a viewer perspective. you probably won't know because I'm editing a video here and there still as well, but I'm hoping to eventually completely offload it. And hopefully you won't notice which ones were edited by me, which ones were edited by Max, and which ones were edited by Jacob. Hopefully it'll all just be the same style. So wanted to let you know about that though, because I realized that a lot of channels don't really shout out their editors, and I want to make sure that that's not the case here, that everybody is aware of everything that's going on. And this is a new thing for me because throughout my entire career, ever since 2011, I've pretty much done everything myself. There have been a few videos on the main channel that Max and I have either worked on together or Max has completely edited. We've kind of switched off and done a 50-50 thing, but this is like the first time I'm completely handing it off. So it's difficult for me to get totally on board and comfortable with it, but I'm trying my best because I'm trying to spend more time with my kids and just have more time for hobbies and main channel stuff as well. So I'm hoping it'll be a good change. Nothing on your end should be noticeably different. Okay, let's get into the past month of videos. So first and foremost, we actually had a lot of multiplayer content this past month. Since the July 2025 shareholder meeting, there's me doing this guy thumbs. We've been continuing posting Dead by Daylight pretty much every week. I try to post it on Sundays or Mondays. We stream it every Thursday from 4 to 7 Central over on Twitch, so once a week. And then it's up on YouTube, mostly in its entirety, a couple of days later. So it's been really fun getting back into Dead by Daylight. I think I've struck a good balance of like, this is about how much I can play it each week, 2 to 3 hours. And I think it's been resulting in more high energy sessions, and I'm not getting, mad about the game or my teammates or anything. I mean, I get frustrated just like anybody who plays the game, but it's all in good fun, and I've just been having a good overall time with it. So we've had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's been 6 DBD videos. I guess it's been technically like 6 Mondays or Sundays since the last shareholder meeting. Woof. But we've had that, and by the way, there's Walking Dead content in Dead by Daylight now, if you didn't know. Check out the latest DBD video. So that'll be continuing over the next month, and basically until I don't want to do it anymore. As for easy small stuff, these are my videos with Gab, Sino, and Gary. We played through Peak, 1, 2, 3 videos of Peak. I don't think that there will be a 4th video on Peak. It's not for lack of enjoying the game. We all really liked it. If you haven't seen it, it's a co-op game where the 4 of us try to scale a gigantic mountain together. It starts on the beach, ends up in a volcano. It's very fun. And we might do another session if we want to check out stuff like mods, or if we want to, I don't know, have some kind of challenge or specific way that we want to play it. But probably won't do just another video of us playing it vanilla, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's a very hot game right now. I'm glad that we dipped our toes in it. We had a good time. We also did Whisper Mountain Outbreaks demo. This is like a isometric Resident Evil Outbreak style game, and we had a good time with it. We'll be playing the full game when it releases later this month. Might not be super timely on that though, we'll see. I also played Dream Eaters EXE with Dom, Hayden, and Gigi, the Lunch Lady crew. I'm not sure if they posted their perspectives on this game on their channels, so this may be a John Twolfe exclusive. We also went back to Repo for Easy Small. And Repo, I think, is getting to the point with us where there will be a part 14, and we're going to keep our eyes on it because we all still really enjoy Repo, and we're going to check in on it for new updates, but it won't be like it was where we were recording and posting like once a week or so. I'm not sure. Gab and Gary play a lot together, actually, so they might keep going, just the 2 of them, more often. But wow, 30% off X Premium. Thanks so much. I'm clearing that. So yeah, we've got more Repo coming, but it won't be exactly as often as it was before. Things are kind of settling down with it, and we've played about as much as you can play of Repo. I think in the next video we're going to check out level 20 because we made it there, and maybe a bit beyond, but I'm not sure what else there is for us until there's a new update. We also played 2 videos of Paranormal Cleanup, and this was a big hit. We liked it, and it was also like I think 1 out of 10 in YouTube Studio, so it did really well views wise as well, which is always good. Not a priority, but it's nice to have. Paranormal Cleanup is from the Lunch Lady dev, if you can believe it, and it's about going into these monsters and ghosts homes, or otherwise the building that they're occupying, because sometimes it's like a retail building or something like that, some kind of corporate environment, and you are cleaning up everything around you. You're painting over satanic symbols, you're unclogging toilets, you're bundling up trash and throwing it in the dumpster, and they're trying to kill you. So it was a fun game. I think we've played about all that there is to play at the moment, but if I know the Lunch Lady developer, they're going to be updating this game, and so we'll definitely revisit it for further updates to check out what's new. We might wait until there's a couple new things though to check it out again. But yeah, Paranormal Cleanup, very fun. Highly recommend watching it or playing it. We had a lot of good times with it. So that's all the multiplayer stuff from what I can tell. Let's get into the single player stuff, starting with Expedition 33, which we finished this month. I had to post like 4 or 5 hour videos, finally a 9-hour video at the end to get through all of the main game content and the post game stuff. But I'm glad I did. It was really fun. It is definitely a Game of the Year front runner, and from what I've played and enjoyed of it, I will be rooting for it at the Game Awards later this year to win the category. I think the main competition it has at the moment is Death Stranding 2 and Donkey Kong Bonanza. Those are like the 3 games I keep hearing. I would love to see Blueprints up there. If they usually like to nominate an indie game, so I think Blueprints is actually the front runner to be nominated for Game of the Year. But yeah, I don't think it's going to win against Expedition 33. It's just, you know, it's the cultural moment, isn't it? So, as much as I enjoyed the game, I'm not sure how much I loved making a playthrough of it. And I talked about this a couple times while I was playing through Expedition 33. The fan base for Expedition 33 is just very, I don't know, they're very parasocial about it. Because I had critiques about the game, and it was met with a lot of defensiveness from people that were watching that were just fans of the game. I think people like this game so much that they will just watch random playthroughs of it, even by people that it's clear that they resent. And so that's kind of a poor combination, I think, for viewer enjoyment, as I was noticing from some of the comments. Now, a lot of people that like you guys, like shareholders, you guys were, you know, having a great time with it, and you know, I'm glad to have entertained you. But yeah, some of the Expedition 33 fans, I'm not gonna say that they ruined it or anything, because that would be giving them too much power, but it did kind of affect how I look back at it. It's weird. Baldur's Gate 3, I feel like, was really chill. I feel like there were some people that were a little over enthusiastic about it, but even when I had critiques about Baldur's Gate 3, it's like it wasn't just met with this instant defensive, like, you're the problem, not the game, actually, kind of attitude. And Expedition 33 fans were definitely like that. It's like they wouldn't hear of it. Even if I feel like I phrased my critiques very fairly. I wasn't posing them as like major flaws with the game or anything. And I think for some people, they're such bad critics of art that they can't separate their personal feelings from anything. And so when you present a critique, they view it as like you're pointing out a major flaw with the game, a major objective flaw, and then they argue against it like it's some kind of personal problem that you have. And it's like, whenever I point out a critique with the game, or sometimes they are flaws, sometimes they are objective flaws, but a lot of times it's like I'm voicing my preference for things. And, I'm not going to censor those thoughts or soften them up just because someone has like a parasocial relationship with the game, But I'm also not going to be completely disrespectful to it, obviously, and disrespectful to them and their fandom by saying something completely unfair like, who likes this shit game? This game sucks. This game sucks ass, and anybody who likes it sucks too. That's a lot of YouTube gamers are like that. They will play a game that they don't like, and again, they're unable to separate their personal feelings from the experience. They experience something that frustrates them, and they write the whole thing off. This game sucks. If you like it, you suck too. And I try really hard to be fair and I guess constructive with most of my critiques. Sometimes, like anybody who plays video games, sometimes the frustration gets the better of you. But I don't feel like I ever went over the line with it, and I'm pretty happy with my presentation of the game overall. It's just the feedback was a little mixed on the side of people who aren't already familiar with me, I think. Which is a shame, but it's not going to stop me from playing similar games like it. It's not like I had a similar experience with Detroit Become Human, but with that, I was just like, you know what? It's just not worth playing these choice games. I just don't really care that much about continuing this particular genre on the channel. So I stopped playing choice games because of Detroit. But with this, I like JRPGs and that style of gameplay too much to stop because some people were being kind of weird about it. Anyway, I think I mentioned a few times that I was interested in playing some Final Fantasy games on the channel. We'll talk about that in a moment. Now, that wasn't the only turn-based game that I played on the channel this month. I also played Look Outside, and the full playthrough is up now. Parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. A lot of you guys noticed that I made like a little flip book effect with the thumbnails where his eyes slowly bulge out. Look Outside, by the way, really fun, really great game, amazing art, developed mostly by a solo developer, perhaps even completely. I think they had other people in the credits though as well that helped them out with some things, but they were definitely in control of all the art and game design from what I could see. So yeah, Frankie made a great game with this, and it's an RPG Maker game. There's turn-based combat, but it is in the style of like Lisa the Painful and Fear and Hunger and games kind of like that, where it's a turn-based RPG, but there's more of a focus on the atmosphere and the characters and the just creating like a unique kind of dark experience with maybe non-traditional game mechanics as well. So it was really fun to play through. It's definitely like one of, if not the best horror game I played this year. I'd have to take a look at what else I've played. I think I haven't played a whole lot of like horror this year. Well, Asylum. Yeah, it was mostly been like co-op stuff, and Asylum was like the big release. So I mean, there's gonna be some other ones coming up soon, obviously once we get to like October. But yeah, Look Outside was a great experience. I had a ton of fun with it, and yeah, it was. Have I only been recording for 12 minutes? That's not true. Really? Anyway, yeah, Look Outside, fantastic playthrough. Would definitely recommend it, and it's all ready for you to watch. I also went back to Blueprints for part 25, where I solved a cipher using a baby toy, my daughter's alphabet puzzle. And, you know, I am planning on still posting a Blueprints part 26. It's just going to be... It's going to be a little while because, I mean, since I've completed the game, I'm just posting it every now and then to you know, I guess just eventually 100% complete it. But, yeah, a new Blueprints 3 weeks ago, and there'll be another new one coming up at some point. And with that, I think there was a horror one-shot here, Luto. This was, like it says, Stanley Parable plus PT equals Luto. So more PT than Stanley Parable, but there are Stanley Parable elements. This one did really well for me. Makes sense. People love watching this type of stuff, especially when it's a long video that they can kind of just put on. Luto, actually, I said this in the video, I really dislike PT derivative games, but I think that Ludo did enough original and unique about it to kind of circumvent that. So I think actually, you know, if you're interested in psychological horror at all, or even if you're not, if you're just interested in indie horror games, I think there's some cool moments in Luto, and I think it's worth checking out, or at least being aware of, because it's probably going to be on some end-of-year lists for horror game of the year and things like that. So it's good to have on the radar, and I think even though it may be hit or miss, and it might be a miss for you, it's still an interesting game, and I'm glad that I played it. So that's all of what we went through in the last month. I don't think there's anything that I'm missing. So I posted John and Kimmy play Resident Evil 5 from a couple years ago last month. There is a Resident Evil 6 on the way. There was going to be a Resident Evil 5 DLC video, but I accidentally, when I downloaded the VODs from Twitch, I accidentally downloaded the same video twice for the main game, and so I did not download the DLC video. So we don't have it. It's lost media now, which sucks. I'm sad about that, but I do have Resident Evil 6, our playthrough, coming up, as well as Resident Evil Revelations 2. The thing is that they're very, very long. You may notice this video was 12 hours long, and that's because that YouTube actually has like a time limit. You can't upload more than 12 hours. There's some ways to like circumvent that, but you have to they're not guaranteed ways, and you have to kind of go out of your way to, do some weird stuff to get videos that are longer than 12 hours up. So we may be looking at multiple parts of a Resident Evil 6, but I'm in no rush. I'm kind of still sifting through the footage and seeing what I can do with it. So just bear with me on that. Okay, I think that will do it for the month behind us. Now, what about the month ahead? So we actually have a new indie horror game coming up very soon called Heartworm. Going to be playing that. It's going to be 3 videos posted over the next week. Heartworm is a retro survival horror homage game, and it was interesting. I'll be excited to see what y'all think about it, and so that's coming up. Also have the Still Wakes the Deep DLC, Siren's Rest. I finally played it. That video will be coming up very, very soon. Also, I have, let's see, actually, you know what? I've got like a schedule, because now that we have editors on the channel, I have to schedule things and coordinate things. It's very exciting. So let me take a look at what we have on the schedule. Obviously, we're going to be continuing with easy small stuff. We're going to be playing Whisper Mountain Outbreak. I think there's going to be an update for Nuclear Nightmare, so we'll be going back to that, as well as we have plans to check out Repo Level 20 and a couple other things like that. A lot of people have asked about Outlast Trials. We're trying to fit it in. If it doesn't fit in with easy small, I might just play it on my own. We'll see, because I'm interested in checking out Outlast Trials, and I'd like to see what the new content is. I feel like I've missed a lot of updates with it. I also have a secret playthrough that will be going up starting August 12th. And the reason it's a secret playthrough is because it's something that's normally out of my wheelhouse, something that I wouldn't post on the channel, but it's not like a main playthrough thing. It will be several parts, but it won't be like a Red Dead 2 situation where it's going on for months and months. It will be a shorter series. So there isn't a main playthrough that I'm starting this month. It's going to be shorter series, one-shots, multiplayer stuff, just kind of business as usual. But yeah, Secret Series starting August 12th. I think you will mostly be pleasantly surprised. I can see some people kind of losing their minds over it. It's a newer game, 2025, but it's something that you may not expect from me. But yeah, that's all I'll say about that. A lot of people have asked about Slay the Spire continuing. And at this point, I've been sitting on these videos for so long, I'm going to have to take a look at them. But I do plan on still posting them. They may be like double uploads or something like that. So normally, if you don't know this, videos go live every day at 2 p.m. Central. And I might do a double upload. If I do for like Slay the Spire or whatever else, they'll go live at like 6 p.m. Central. So like 4 hours later. So that's how I go. That's like what the second upload slot will be, if there is one. And I'll try to see if I can fit in a Slay the Spire video here or there coming up. So yeah, that's about it. I can't think of anything else that I need to check in with you guys about. It's just kind of business as usual. There will be a charity stream coming up, not this month because there's just too much going on, but I'm gonna try to do one in like September, maybe October, hopefully sooner than October, but I'd like to do another one very soon, so we'll see about that. I'll keep you posted in the September shareholder meeting. With that, this was a very long one, so thank you for sticking through it, and make sure you sign out on the sign-in sheet. I know it's a little counterintuitive, but I have to know that you left, and that we didn't just leave you here when we shut the door and turn the lights out. I will see you guys in the next shareholder meeting. Thanks for attending. Think critically.